This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we're bringing another Spartan's Honest First Look, this time with the T32A prototype. So, let's start out with the premium bonuses. It's got a 50% silver bonus and a 15% XP bonus, so nothing really crazy there. It's got a 10% free XP earn rate. Not sure, I've never seen that stat before, so I don't know how that matches up against other tanks, premium-wise. But that being said, we also have 353 average damage a shot. The reload time is 28.5, but as you've probably already seen, with all the perks and then using vents, I've managed to get it down to right around the 25-second mark. And if you ran food, you could probably squeeze a little bit more out of it. Maybe get it underneath that 25-second mark. It's a 3-round autoloader, 105mm gun. The alpha for the gun is a little bit low, but it is a tier 8. It's not a tier 10 105 at 390 alpha. But it's a pretty solid gun. There's nothing really crazy about it. I mean, it's really not a bad gun. It just doesn't pack a wallop, and you get roughly, what, a little over 1,000 damage average out of each clip. The one thing I will say about this tank is it does feel a little quicker than most heavy tanks. It's just, it's not got a lot of armor. It's got the stock T32 turret with the 105 on it, and it's a solid platform. It's not overpowered, I don't think, because it just doesn't bounce a whole lot. Even haul down with 10 degrees of gun depression, it's not going to bounce a lot. I mean, it can bounce off the turret, especially if they hit your gun mantle with the spaced armor, but it's not likely to do it often due to the fact that all they have to do is shoot your cheeks because they stick out further than the gun mantle. And they can pin that because it's not very thick. The armor on this thing overall is not very thick, and I think that's why this feels a little better than most heavy tanks at tier 8 as far as mobility. Kind of feels more like a Patton, but an autoloader. And that's kind of nice, I'll be honest. This autoloader doesn't make me cry. It's not going to clip any tanks out in one clip, so that leaves it very vulnerable. It means it's not really an ambush tank as far as what it's capable of doing, and there's a terrible shot. Now, I will say this is my very first match in this tank. I did go on and play some other matches just to see what it was kind of like, and you can see I didn't realize that I was over-angled horribly, and the IS, was it an ISM or is it IS total? I don't remember. There's something in there. Another Russian heavy tank put one on me. Now, this light tank, I'm not 100% sure what he was doing, but he was wrong, and he just lost all of his hit points. And now he's climbing the wall trying to get out again. He didn't obviously see me just take that, and then the STB or STA over there put a round in the side of me. But we're trying to do a little bit better job here, and we try to track him, but unfortunately we do not, and it is an IS. We don't manage to get the track on them. They take down the IS-3 though, which allows us to, narrowly escape getting shot by the STA again. This guy pulls out. We manage to rush him just in time, make him bounce off of our front armor, but now we have to kind of sit in front of him, and if he's smart, he'll just shoot the hull. But it looked like he was aiming up into the turret there, so not a whole lot to worry about from him. And they take him down. But we've got just over 1,000 damage blocked, 1,400 damage dealt, and we're about to be loaded again. Now, this is a team destruction, which is kind of nice. It means we're going to have to fight everybody at some point. I tell my teammates that are here in town, and this is something I will say, these guys actually listen. I told them to start headed towards the RD, get rid of those RD, and I'll come over here and help our RD and defend our original spawn. Now, I don't have to go out the front because there's no reason to. There's no base for them to cap. The T50-2 comes at me, and I try to auto-lock and hit him. That was a dumb mistake. But when you're dealing with the light tank, sometimes you just got to auto-lock and hope. He's a one-shot kill, so I'm keeping the last round. I'm like, go ahead, cross in front of me, you little turd. I'll take you down. It's not gonna happen, though. So I go ahead, dump the mag, get those 3 rounds reloading. It doesn't take that long to reload this thing and get another 1,000 damage on the table. But I'll just go ahead and tell you what I think about the tank. it's solid. There's really no downside other than the fact that it doesn't really have any armor. The gun is not horrendous. As an autoloader goes, it's pretty accurate. As far as quick shots, you gotta aim your shots, make sure you hit, because the gun isn't the most accurate in the world, but as far as autoloaders goes, it's not that bad. It's 105 millimeters, so it's not overpowered as far as me thinking it was the 120 mil, which would have been just ridiculous. Have an auto-loading 120 mil gun at tier 8. I mean, it's essentially a T57 at tier 8. That wouldn't be good at all for anybody. But if this thing got in a fight with a Samua, the Samua would clip it out. 5 rounds would clip this thing out. That being said, this thing is a... it's not an ambush tank so much as most autoloaders are, but it is a solid finisher. Like, if you have people around you that can deal the damage and you come in and clean them up, this is very good at that. Just like you saw there with the T29 Minuteman and the T32. You just come in and clean house. Now, this is the part where those guys go after the last arty, and I head back towards the front of town. Now, I know that there's a heavy tank, and I know there's a tank destroyer out there. So I'm not about to go willy-nilly out into the middle of nowhere and get into a big fight in the open. It's not going to go in my favor. I need to do it close quarters. Also, the view range of this thing's actually pretty good. It's 380 meters stock. And so with vents and my BIA perks and all my view perks and all that good stuff, it's actually decent. Like, you can see, it actually can outspot its own... well, the detection circle is kind of irrelevant because that doesn't always work, and there's factors that go in. I don't know how it works, but it's not correct usually. But here we get detected. Don't want to go any further around the corner than that. I know they're there, and I know that they know that I'm low health and probably alone. So I get in position. There's no reason for me to go crazy. I've got 3 rounds loaded. He's only got 500 health left. 2 pins. This guy goes down. Wait for it. 1. And come on. Oh, come on. Angle. Nope. We were over angled. He shot through the side of the tank. But we immediately dumped the mag. Don't worry. We're not going to go crazy. We need to get those 3 rounds coming again. And ISM is coming around the other side. And what we could have done here differently is I've told my team they've already killed the arty. He's the last guy left. They're on their way back to help me. I could have waited for help. And I could have potentially survived this engagement. And you can see he's broadside on, so I'm hurrying up. I'm aiming. Come on, can I get a 3rd shot? Yes, we get 3 shots into him, but we take the round in return. Given the fact that we have very little armor, even at that angle, all he had to do was auto-lock and hit us. Now, this T69 easily could 2-shot this guy. So I told him, I was like, dude, just aim your shots. Don't do anything stupid. You can survive 1 hit from the guy and just clip him out. All you got to do is roll in, aim your shot. Get a side shot on him. He stops directly in front of him, though, and manages to get a lucky pin there when the guy turned too far and he got through the drive wheel. So, now for the fun part. Would I buy the tank? Honestly, yeah, it's not bad. It's a heck of a lot better than the brick. 3,600 damage, 4 kills, 1,100 blocked. Solid, class 2 mastery, nothing crazy. But it's just a good tank overall, and I think if you buy this, you shouldn't be disappointed. It's a very solid gun platform. It's not slow. It's got good view range. It's got a good gun handling and decent penetration. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.